Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. And we're going to be continuing with this reading that we're doing every day. We're going to be having this book that is called The 25 Sales Habits of Highly Successful Salespeople from Stephen Shipman. Okay, so let's get ready, guys. And let's go with habit number 4. Habit number 4, take the lead. Tell the prospect where you are at a given point and then in the sales cycle. Don't be afraid to steer the conversation into the direction you want to. Here is what you might sound like. Mr. Prospect, I want to thank you very much for taking the time out to see me today. I know we have a lot to go over, but during this part of this visit, what I usually do is give some information about my company and what we do. We've been in business since, Mr. Prospect. At this stage, I'd like to ask you a couple of simple questions that will help me find out ways we can help you. Well, now that we've come this far, Mr. Prospect, I'll tell you what I like to do. I like to take these notes and go back to my office and see if we can work up a proposal for you, then meet again next week. Would Friday at 2 will be okay? Certainly. Good to meet you with, hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second. My phone rings and just took me out. Okay. Certainly good to meet you again, Mr. Prospect. Now we work up in the proposals. I think it would be a good idea for me to take a few minutes to just summarize it here. You summarize it you here, and then answer any questions you may have. Sounds that our proposal, Mr. Prospect. I have a feeling that we've already been able to put this program into place for you successfully. At this point in the process, my feeling is that the sooner we get this underway, the better it will be for your company. It's Saturday, the 12th of December, a good day for you to start. The perils of doing anything and everything to avoid offending the prospects. How many presentations are sabotaged by salespeople who want to avoid offending and never get around to mentioning the reason they step into the door in the first place? Take charge. Many conscious choices to inform the prospect about where you both are in the process. The alternative is long, good meetings that end in that odd result-free limbo that leaves neither party sure what to do next. We don't live in a perfect world. We live in a world of complex people who have complex thinking patterns. People whose next actions may not be obvious for us. It follows then that we run the risk of having the prospect stops us and say, hold on, wait a minute, I'm not ready for that yet. You're moving too fast for me, so what? You need that information. You need to know where there is still a problem to be worked on. If you don't know where there's a problem, you won't be able to close the sale. And it's far better to isolate the problem through a considered system of sequences updated, as I like to call them, and than to wait until the last minute. Ask for the business and then find out there what's something important you should have been paying attention, but you weren't. Getting the information you'll need to move ahead in the sales cycle, even if not what you want to hear. Sometimes, as a result of these updates and feedback you receive from them, you will isolate issues the prospect has not yet brought to the surface. You may find that even though you went in the door thinking about selling widget 8, but even though the prospect seems interested enough in widget 8, the questions keep coming that you try to move to the process along to seem to concern the application you know can only be obtained to widget B. Your objective is to solve problems. not to make the prospect fit your preconceptions. So move on widget B, but you can only do this because you're listening to the feedback your updates have yielded. Let's be clear on one thing. Sales cycles will vary from industry to industry and customer to customer. What that means in plain English is that you never know when someone's going to agree to buy something. I'm not suggesting you to try to handle that prospect. Even if the issue, even you issue the updates, I'm talking about you still have to be willing to work with the prospects every step of the way. The key point is that you can't do that unless you both know where you are and where you are going. Okay, guys, thank you for listening to this chapter number 4, Avid 4, and keep moving forward next day. See you next time, guys, and let's keep ourselves educating. Bye-bye.